Chris.
It's Chris. We're from CNT Paranormal. We're at the Bentonville Battlefield today, North Carolina. We're going to go around and see if we can hear anything. We'd love to come here at night, but they got really bad no trespassing rules, so we're going to try not to get in trouble. So
Yeah.
we hope everybody's being safe, and maybe you'll enjoy the video. Give us a like and a share, and have a good day. We'll go from there. Let's see what we find. Alright guys, so we're out walking the battlefield. One of the things that people like to report from here is that you'll hear gunshots. Now mind you, we are in North Carolina. It's the middle of the day. We're hearing gunshots now, but it's probably just, yep, there's one right there. It's probably just people trying to keep themselves away from the corona. We're going to go to the battlefield. We're going to try to do a little bit of EVP. Mind you, we have some wind and noise interference, so we'll see what we can do, but we're on our way in now. I'll turn the camera around so you guys can see the trail. It's a pretty nice walk in. Beautiful park. It's open till 5, so we don't have much time out here, but we're going to try to see what we can get. One of the things that we want to discourage is that don't really come out here at nighttime. The park has a really big no trespassing policy, and from what we can see online, a lot of people seem to get in trouble out here at nighttime. There's a lot of haunts. Of course, it's a Civil War battlefield. But people report that there's a little girl that haunts the house that's closed right now. Again, social distancing, so everything's closed. But you know, we have a few cuts. There'll be a few breakaways in the video as we walk the trail. But let's see what we can get. All right, guys. So we've been walking for a while here. Kind of got lost in the woods a little bit, but we're hearing like what sounds like gunfire. It's really weird. It's one shot. You'll hear it echo through the woods, and it doesn't really sound like anything that we've heard before. No. We're currently standing where the junior battalion made its last stand here. Kind of hearing stuff in the woods. Like it sounds like people are walking behind us, but you know, we don't really have anything definitive as of yet.
No, nothing definitive. Just sound of footsteps or branches crunching under feet, mostly.
Let me turn the camera around here so you guys can get a view of what we're seeing. Go over here so you guys can see the plaque a little bit. We're going to keep walking down this trail, kind of see what we can find. Again, there's gunshots popping off here and there, but you know, we can't say that's not somebody around the area shooting guns, obviously, but it sounds like it's coming from the woods within us. If you've already been to this battlefield, we're not history experts. Chris and I are both combat veterans. Been in Afghanistan multiple times, Chris been in Iraq multiple times. You'll probably see a lot of battlefields on our videos, on our channel. We tend to, you know, that kind of piques our interest a little bit. You'll see other things as well. If you're into walking and you just want to be outside for the day, I mean, a lot of people are on lockdown right now. Can't really do much. If you kind of just want to get out of the house and do something that doesn't cost any money, something for free, this is a great walking trail.
Yeah, definitely worth a visit if you have the time.
All right. So here we got number 7. Let's see what number 7 has in store for us. There is a driving trail here.
I think this is it.
We haven't, yeah, it's right in front of us. We haven't used it, obviously. The park is pretty well closed right now. Let me open up the camera here. Let's see what number 7 is. That was a weird shot. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Alright, so you're standing near the position held by the North Carolina Junior Reserve, looking east down Goldsboro Road behind you. To your right, elements of the Confederate General Robert F. Hoke's division emerged. Union General James D. Morgan's division, the last grand charge of the Army of Tennessee against the Union. positions on the coal plantation near the road. Took place in the open field directly behind you. Yep, so that was that field that we were just at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty cool. The only thing that I would say that's kind of weird about this place is being that it's a major battlefield is there's no real signs. There's nothing really to tell you what you're looking at. If you don't have an app or you don't have a phone with good service, you're probably going to miss out on a lot of the stuff that you'd want to know back here. It's pretty bleak. Like I said, the trails are beautiful. The park is maintained very well. If you just want to come out and go for a walk, I mean, that's cool. But before you come in, take a picture of the trailhead. It'll give you all the information about what you're looking at, where you're going. So we're probably going to cut the video here, and we'll be back to you when we find the next point of interest. We will stop when we get to another point of conflict and pull out a spirit box and see if maybe we can pick something up. Unfortunately, there's got to be a lot of souls still walking these woods, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll see. We'll go from there. And we are back. So, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Right there, you'll see this ridge, this trench. So that was the trench built by the mechanic engineers, as they were called, to provide, I don't know if you just heard that gunshot, to provide defense for the Army. I believe it was the Confederate Army from the incurring Union Army. Oh, I just heard footsteps. Did you hear that? Oh no, it was probably a leaf or something. So what we're doing now is we got the old EMR detector out. What are you getting, Chris? Think you can get anything?
And, I'm not picking anything up right now.
All right.
I think we are alone.
Hopefully we're not alone. I mean, we don't want to disturb anything, but it'd be cool to kind of have an experience out here. Again, you'll see the sign. Don't climb on the trenches. Point right there. That's the trench. It's pretty impressive if you consider that these men had to dig. They said that they were digging with plates and spoons and metal cups. That's pretty impressive if you think about that they were able to create this earthworks with those little tools. Primitive
tools.
And these are, I mean, these woods are pretty dense. I can only imagine what they were like when they came in for the first time. I mean, there was nothing here. So we're trying to do an EMR sweep right now. Let's see if we can. Let's stop for a second and see if we can sweep around maybe. Is anybody here with us right now? Anybody walking with us?
If you're walking with us, if you're curious about what we're doing, feel free to come up to us, and you can set this little box off. Use your energy and zap this box so we know that you're here. That way we can further try to communicate with you, try to get your story, try to figure out what your experience was out in this battlefield.
Feel free to use our energy.
Yeah, it would be really interesting to get the soldier's perspective of battle that took place around the Civil War.
Man, it's just one gunshot, and it happens like every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Oh yeah.
Like if somebody was out shooting in their backyard, it would be consistent
Yeah,
pops, like pop, pop, pop.
Because the way it goes off, it's really like they're reloading a musket. It's the way, because the amount of time between the shot is like them reloading the musket with the powder. And
like the one thing I hate about paranormal videos, and I'm sure that hopefully our viewers feel the same way, is like I hate it when something happens and people just go, oh, paranormal, pop, paranormal. We really try to be rational about everything. I mean, we're in the woods in North Carolina in the middle of the daytime. I mean, it's highly likely that that shot is coming from somebody. But we walked out to the road. There's nothing out there. It's not happening while we're out there. There's nobody out. You can't see it. And it's one shot, and it happens one every 10 minutes.
yeah.
And it's a really slow shot. Like you can hear like like you can hear the hit of the primer, and then you hear like a follow through with it. I mean, it's not an instant shot. It's really weird. Chris and I have shot a lot of guns. I was in the Army 13 years. He's been in the Army, what, 15 now?
17.
17 years? I mean, we have a lot of experience with firearms. And it's just a weird shot. I mean, somebody could be shooting a muzzleloader. I mean, that's possible.
Yeah, that's really what it sounds like.
But it's always coming from that battlefield, like the one that we just went to.
Yeah, back that
where
way.
the 3rd Cavalry Division was.
Yeah.
It's coming from there. Any hits on the EMR?
No, nothing.
So guys, there's a lot of trailheads here. There it is again. There's no real clear indication of where anything is, to be honest with you here. It's beautiful, like I said, beautiful walk, but they have these numbers on the trees, but if you don't have a cell phone, you're not going to know what you're looking at, and you're not going to know where to go. So we've been a bit lost, which is fine. I mean, you're not lost when you're on a journey, you're just experiencing something new. Oop, there's that. There you guys going out? There you go. So we're gonna head now to the right. Ooh, you get something?
Fucking Siri.
Oh, Siri? She got you. I'm gonna pull out my Ovilus. See if I can pull anything up. Well, let's pull up the map here. Oh shit. Let's see. Printable map. Let's see what that looks like. Gotta love technology. Oh. So this one. Oh, that's good.
It's good, but it's like needle moves when you talk, so it's
Alright, let's see what that was. What number was that? Oh, that's the number of the trail too. Arkansas, Missouri Trail. First Brigade. Yep, this is their position. It's cool though, you can see, if you see right there, you guys probably can't really make it out. I don't know how good this camera is, but there's a log right there. Well, right in front of the log there's a trench that continues, and then if you see there's kind of earthworks right there that unfortunately cut the trench. But it's still following, so this is apparently where 1st Brigade was. If you've been here before, we're trying not to butcher anything. We're making wrong assumptions. I also hate that when people make these crazy assumptions.
yeah.
All right, let's turn on this one.
Ovilus on.
What am I doing? If there's anybody here, feel free to use the Ovilus. You can just, I know you probably don't know how to manipulate this, but if possible, you can try to figure out how you manipulate this device in my hand and give us a word. A lot of people say that they see Civil War soldiers in the woods here, like even in the daytime. That's why we kind of like wanted to come at nighttime, but you know, the risk of getting in trouble, and we tend to get lost even in the day. This would turn into a Blair Witch video, which would be funny, but
Be funny, entertaining video.
it would be entertaining. Maybe we should do that. Get lost in the woods.
Do a fake Paranormal.
But people say that they see soldiers here in the daytime, even in the woods, and hear them. Now, I've had my Obvious detector on for about 2 minutes now, and I've not gotten a single word out of it.
Stones.
Stones. Okay, there we go. What about stones? It's kind of funny how I'd say that we're not getting nothing and then it says something.
Yeah.
What about stones?
Stone.
Oh, the trenches. We were just talking about trenches.
Yeah.
Again, assumptions there.
I don't think they used
Yeah, you can't really see it, but let's keep walking, see if we get anything.
trenches.
It did say on the sign that they used logs and earthworks to create positions to hide behind so they can fire without exposing. So I don't know, but that's also just an assumption.
Yeah. I haven't seen any like stones or I've seen bricks. But
Ooh, here's a big battlefield. I think we just made the wrong turn 5 times.
yeah, to the wrong side.
We're coming up on the battlefield. Can you tell us anything? Give us anything on obvious?
Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Shepherd. Is there somebody
Not really
named
relevant.
Shepherd out here? Is somebody named Shepherd?
Bentonville Battlefield State Historic Site.
Messenger.
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 Shepherd Messenger. I mean, isn't that kind of the same thing? Like a shepherd just guides people?
Yeah.
Let's give you a little bit of the sign here so you guys can read it. Alright. We are now on the battlefield. It'd be cool if we find like a bullet on the ground, like a lead, you know what I mean? Lead bullet. Is there anybody here with us? We got this device out. Maybe you can, manipulate it to say something. We've got 3 words out of it, but it just don't really seem relevant.
Ovilus. Off.
What are you thinking, Chris?
I'm wondering if this is the way these signs or these little posts are. It looks like it's like following the battlefield around the edge.
You want to walk the edge? I kind of want to walk in the middle because this ground's all, this is cotton fields obviously, but the ground's all turned up, so maybe we'll find something just by walking. If we do find something, guys, like I promise, we won't remove it from the battlefield. It'll be fun to see it and touch it and hold it, but we'll put it back. I mean, you never know if you take something like that home, what you're taking with you.
You never want to remove anything from hallowed ground.
I wish they had like a layout of where the fighting took place, like where the positions were and who was standing where. The house definitely does, but we can't get in it right now because of that corona. Guys, we hope you're staying safe, by the way. We hope everybody's healthy and, I know this is like a terrible thing to say because like we're millennials and I kind of feel like this is happening and we gotta social distance ourselves and be cautious, but like don't forget that you still are alive and there's a lot of people dying, but you're not. And if you're watching this, hopefully you're in good health, but don't forget to go outside and breathe and see the sunshine and turn off the TV a little bit and try to like take yourself out of it.
Yeah. If you're feeling down, try to shift your perspective on something positive. Because you may be stuck inside, but you may have more free time to do something that you kind of been putting off or you've always wanted to do, but you never had the time. So now's a perfect time to shift
Reconnect with your family.
Yeah, reconnect with family, friends. Pick up a hobby, restart a hobby, something to get you on the track to a better perspective.
Chris lives a bit away from me. We've been friends for a really long time. We went to combat with each other, and we're taking precautions. I'm staying away from that dirty fool.
Yeah.
Sanitizing myself. So,
Yeah.
all right. So we have an app here. A lot of people feel a certain way about it.
Gerbers. Stab him with a fucking Gerber knife.
I don't want to stab anybody. We good here? We're good here. All right. Is there anybody here with us right now? Just said shh. It said don't wander. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Listen. got anybody out here with us right now? Maybe. It said help. Briefly. What's his name? What's his name? Chris, you hear it?
I didn't hear it.
Can you say his name again?
That battery's probably dead. You haven't had AAA at that?
Shit. I'm here though.
No, I'm saying for tonight.
Is there anybody here? Yes, you just said yes. What's his name? Can you say Chris? See, what's really weird about this app is like normally it always cycles, like there's always words coming through, but out here you get a lot of pauses.
Yeah.
Right, you said right. Go. Is there anybody still here? Let's try to go to the Ovilus app. We got a couple apps for the phones. I don't really know how reliable they are, to be honest with you. To me, I don't. Where is the spider? Oh, it's dangerous. I don't really think that necessarily a spirit could come and manipulate the computer software on my phone, and it seems really random at times. I think I just got in that spider web. Let's turn it on and
Ovilus on.
try the
Right
Ovilus.
above your head.
Where? I don't even see it.
To your right. Tree branch.
Right here.
Branch.
Oh, I see it. Gunshot.
Twin gunshot. Man.
It's from the same place. There's a gunshot again. I'm sure you guys heard that. Is there anybody here? This is a different program. Maybe you can manipulate this and say something.
100.
100.
100.
Telepathy.
Telepathy.
That's nothing. That's bullshit. Sorry for the cursing. It said 100 and then
Like
telepathy. Then it said Legion. It's all random. Pull out your little recorder. See if we get anything there.
I
Better.
use my phone. Yeah.
Chris and I, in the past, have been to. There's a battlefield up in Petersburg called the. What's it called? The.
That's Petersburg. Battlefield.
Well, Petersburg Battlefield, but the one place where they had that big hole in the ground.
Yeah.
What was that called? I don't know. There's a big battlefield, Petersburg Battlefield. There's a big hole in the ground. I'm so sorry I'm messing it up. I know somebody's going to correct me on in the comments. I get it. It was what, 4 years ago? Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went 4 years ago. We recorded. We got some pretty cool moans in that divot in the ground. A bunch of people died there. There's an explosion that happened underneath it. Pretty cool. We only stayed a couple minutes. We didn't really want to be disrespectful. Not getting anything on the Ovilus again.
Ovilus off.
I'm kind of concerned about that wind contamination.
Yeah. That's probably get most people in.
We're not really seeing anything. We're getting gunshots. When we're walking, you'll kind of hear people in the woods with us, even though they're not. I wouldn't say this place isn't haunted. In the daytime, we're not really getting anything. But again, a lot of people are saying that they've experienced apparitions in the daytime. They're seeing Civil War soldiers walk in, and we're not really getting anything. We love paranormal as much as everybody does that watches these videos. I mean, I watch it all the time.
Yeah.
We ghost hunt all the time. Chris and I have been ghost hunting together for a long time. Ever since we were like 19. We always talked about ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're like 30, 34 years old now. We're all old.
Yeah.
But, go ahead.
We just have always been fascinated with paranormal.
Yeah.
Like afterlife and stuff like that.
But we're not quick to say that something's haunted. I mean, a lot of weird things happen to everybody, but it's not really getting anything here right now. We're going to go walk the battlefield. We're going to see if we can get anything else, and if we can't, we can't. We'll cut back to the video when the time's right, and if we can continue to do anything. But let's see, we're going to go for a walk, and we'll see what we find. Hey guys, so we have completed our tour of the battlefield. What do you think, Chris?
Kind of underwhelming, but kind of what we were expecting to find out here. Not a whole lot of activity, but really it all boils down to right time, right place, right situation. You never know on any given day what you're going to find wherever you go.
And we understand, again, it was the daytime. I don't think a ghost really has a preference.
No, they'll manifest whenever they want to, or whenever they get enough energy. With possibly not a lot of people being out here for the last weeks or so, like energy could be depleted. So I guess the more people that come out, the more energy that they can pull from people and the environment. Possibly the stronger they can get to manifest and be seen.
We did do some historical research while we were walking. 500, I believe it was 550?
Was that 500? I thought it was 500.
Around 500 people did end up dying fighting here. It was only a one-day battle. Coincidentally, it was the anniversary was 5 days ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 4 days ago. If the Confederate flag offends you, please don't come here. They're everywhere. It's not offensive. To us, it's a battle flag, but I guess we understand people might not like it. But this was a Confederate battlefield. The Confederate Army is buried here. There's 23 soldiers that are buried on the Harper family plot. Please don't come out here and desecrate the battlefield. It's a memorial to them. Things like this are important. Even those objects, the symbolism, it's important. If we forget about the past and we don't come out and see these things, and it's easy to forget that it ever happened. So we really appreciate you guys coming on this ride with us today. We're gonna try to do a video a week.
Yeah.
Chris lives in Maryland. I live down near North Carolina, so it's a little hard sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to get a schedule lined up to link up for these things.
Yeah, but thanks for coming along on the stroll with us, and we are believers, but we're not fanatics in paranormal, and we don't believe that everything is paranormal. So
definitely not try to manifest or manipulate things to make it seem like we're getting stuff when we really aren't.
Yeah. So, but again, hope you guys are safe and everybody's feeling good, and have a good day.